Yeah, Cri y Baby. Reppin' for my hood, baby mothers. Live, die proud. Yeah.
Welcome to the Sap Entertainment Show, where we interview singers, rappers, entrepreneurs of all walks of life. And today's special guest, we have a talented rapper by the name of Cri y Baby. How you doing?
Hey, babe.
Baby mothers.
I call everybody babe.
Hey, now let me stop.
Exactly.
Right, so let the world hear your story.
Shit, what story? I got like a million of them.
Tell us what we want to hear.
First of all, let's get into the story about this arm, honey, because I was riding my son's skateboard trying to, be a good mom, and I fell off of it real hard and fractured my elbow.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. But it was, I realized that it was because, I was being led by fear, which is why I ended up outside riding my son's skateboard because I was guilty for not playing with him. I'm a rapper and I'm an entertainer, but I'm a mom. And a lot of the times, we're not able to really give the time that we want to give with our kids because we're chasing the glory that we set out to catch.
Yeah.
And that takes a lot of our time. And, sometimes we have that mom's guilt because we didn't do, this thing or we didn't spend this amount of time. And that's pretty much what happened with me. And even though, the go-getter in me wanted to do something for Cri y Baby to, further along my career. But the guilt of the mother was like, no, go and play with your baby. And, I didn't listen to myself because myself knows, guilt shouldn't rule anyone and fear should definitely never come into how you choose to do anything or how you choose to move in life. So because I allowed it to, affect me and I allowed my movement I allow my movement to go off of my fear and my guilt, I ended up hurting myself. And I don't know, I felt the need to just share that, first and foremost, what I just now went through, because I feel like a lot of us, whether you're a mom or not, when you're, living in this world and you have so many things pulling you, a lot of the times you do things out of guilt or out of shame or out of all of these, feelings that shouldn't be dictating our movements. And that was a hard lesson for me to learn. So yes, Cri y Baby, very spiritual woman I am. I'm very hood related because that's how I grew up. So you may hear me rap about just about anything under the sun, and most of it may be a little hood. I like to call it, clatchet, which is basically classy, ratchet, clatchet.
That's a good word.
That's how I branded myself as the queen of clatchet high pop. So it's hip hop pop, because it's upbeat, it's fun, so I feel like, I've made my own lane with that. And I'm a very spiritual person. So I really believe in listening to myself on every aspect of my journey, listening to myself, trusting myself, knowing who I am, knowing what I want, knowing what I deserve, or if I deserve anything, just knowing what I want, knowing who I am. And so I go for it. And,
For sure.
I get held back a lot of time with self-doubt, just like anybody else.
Yes,
but
we are worst enemies.
Yes, we actually were supposed to do this interview, I would say maybe last month.
Yes.
But I was telling your partner that, I was going through it mentally, and I really was. I was going through just trying to find the strength to really believe in myself and to really know that, I got this, whatever it may be, whatever I'm lacking. So what? Fuck it, leave the shit until I need it. I'll figure it out eventually, So, I'm struggle with that. And I just want to just tell people out here, whoever might see this interview, I'm a clatchet hip hop chick, hood official, all that, like to be cute, like to be fly, like to talk shit. I like to do all those things. I like to make money, but I'm still human. I'm still affected by the doubts that set in, the fears that set in. And, sometimes it stops me completely in my tracks. Sometimes, it just puts a little jerk on my movement, and sometimes I feel like it totally paralyzes me,
Yeah.
which is what I had went through a few weeks ago. I just felt totally paralyzed for a moment, and I'm going through a lot of things that I haven't let go of from my youth, and I'm realizing that those things, even though I'm almost 30, they're affecting everything that I do and every way that I am, and I'm learning to let go of a lot of things because it doesn't serve me and it's not helping me to get to where I want to be.
For sure.
Which is Grammy, Grammy winning artist. That's where I want to be. That's a journey, and that's a journey that if you want that journey to take that journey on, I feel like you have to really face yourself, no matter how hard it is, because that's a plateau that gets even harder for you to stay who you want to be. You have to know yourself. You have to not give a fuck about what people think of that self, and you have to go hard in the paint at every single moment. So I'm facing those challenges right now, and fuck it.
Okay, that's a great story. So where are you from?
I am from the East Coast. I'm from Washington, D.C., actually. Yeah, I like to do 202 a lot. If anybody has ever seen me represent anything, I'm always about the 202 because DC is where I was born and raised. And you just can't get things out of your system when you've been raised a certain way. So that mentality from DC growing up, it's just in me, hardcore, and I love it. So, sometimes it makes people feel like I'm a little harsh and I'm a little too aggressive, but at the same time, you don't get nothing in this world. You gotta take it.
You gotta take it, baby. Go and grab it.
Period.
Yeah. So how long have you been doing music?
I've been doing music for at least 10 years. Like on a professional level. I've been singing music and commercials and copying other singers and songwriters all my life. I would definitely say my mother used to sing, and she was a big influence on me loving music. And just growing up, always having uncles and aunts listening to all the hits and just all the time, that was everything to me. It always brought my spirits up. So yeah, this is, I was a kid, it's just it brings life into me.
That's what's up. So what inspired you to start doing music?
I just felt like, I would say I don't know if it was any one thing that inspired me. I would definitely say that music is something that I always loved. Like I said, because always being around it from my mom and uncles and whatnot that were heavy into music. But I will say, losing my mother made me realize, because she was young when she passed on, and it made me realize that she died. My grandmother died a few 6 months before her, and they both died not doing anything they loved doing. I don't even know if they knew what they loved doing.
Right.
And doing what you love is just something that nobody in the Black community can fucking do. Who can do what they love? You gotta fucking pay bills and take care of shit. So you gotta do what you can. You gotta get a job where you can. You gotta grind how you can. So I wanted to do something that I love, and not just something that I love, but something no one could take from me. And I know a lot of people thought, I'm gonna go to college and get a degree or whatever, but it was music for me. It was learning how to put words together. I was always a smart ass little girl who used to always just say smart shit out her mouth, Lord. I was always called, the type of girl that if I don't like it, I'm gonna say something about it. And I call it being a disruptor. And I disrupt shit, and I just feel like that's what I was meant to do. And once I realized I could, that I actually had the skill set to do it, that I knew actually how to put words together and how to play with them. It felt like that's what was for me.
Right. That's what's up. So I am going to ask you a question. Who are your top 5 MCs of all time?
There's only one female that I can truly say, when I think of the top, I think of her immediately, and that's Missy Elliott.
Oh, that's my idol right there.
Yeah, exactly. Missy Elliott. I can honestly say there are no other MCs that I see that are just like, that just make me just like explode when I think about them the way Missy Elliott does. And it's just because, I mean, actually there is one, she's from New York. What is it? Azalea Banks, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Azalea Banks. I feel like she's another artist that kind of makes me explode. And Azalea Banks, she didn't become as big as I think she should have been. I think she's one of the greatest artists I've ever heard. But yeah, Missy Elliott, they bring something to the table that you don't hear. Even with myself, I feel like I don't even aspire to bring shit to the table like they have. But I also haven't fully committed to all of my skill sets either, because like I said, of past traumas and things that I'm still learning how to bury in the past and, you know, to get over. Mixing singing with rap, being able to just commingle the two. Doja Cat is even doing it now, and I fucking love it so much. I love female artists that are able to commingle singing and rapping. Mm-hmm. And I never looked at myself as a singer, even though I'm a great songwriter. But I'm coming into an era of myself that I want to start to be able to commingle it. I don't want to feel like I can't do anything, because I know I can. I know I'm just stopping myself. So I feel like, yeah, singers that are able to mix those two genres so effortlessly, you know, it's just, that's what is amazing to music to me. For the men, I feel like most men are just basic rappers, in my opinion. You know, they have great flow and great lyricists. Mm-hmm. Yes, great lyricists. Big Sean, Jay-Z, J. Cole, great lyricists. Yes, of course. You know, Andre 3000, those guys are amazing at that. But, you know, what really strikes me is a person being able to do a sing and rap simultaneously. Even like Lauryn Hill, like, she always blew me away as well. So yeah, that's inspiring to me in hip hop.
Okay. All right. So how many albums or EPs do you currently have out?
I currently have one EP out. I just now released it. I just released it last month. I haven't been promoting it as much, of course. Like I said, I've been in a hole digging myself out, and you know, just constantly fighting with myself. But that battle is about to be won. I take the glory over that battle. I speak in existence. Absolutely do. But I came out with the album, I would say, I think it was last month, March, when I dropped it.
Okay.
And it's called Models, Bottles, Follows. And I have 2 singles, and they're pretty much on all of the, 3 singles and they're on all platforms. But one of the singles is Over Shakova, which is also on Models, Bottles, Follows, where I'm basically just talking shit for the most part. Through the whole album, talking shit.
I was going to ask you, what does it mean? What did you come up with that idea, Models, Bottles, Follows?
Because I've always admired everything about my mother, first of all, and she used to model. And so growing up, I always, you know, wanted to be Tyra Banks, of course. So I actually got into modeling professionally, and I still do it. You know, it's something that comes kind of naturally to me. I'm very tall and thin, naturally, you know, got my grandmother's shape. Thank you, Grandma, for that. So it kind of comes naturally to be a model and to talk about girls that are my height, because it's just not a whole lot of girls my height. I fucking love so much Meg Thee Stallion that she's always talking about how tall she is. I just cannot wait to meet her, because fuck, every girl in this industry, I swear, is always so short, or at least they seem like I always meet the short ones.
Like
so me. Exactly. So like, but then to be tall and thin, because you know, in the hip hop industry, you know, girls are always coveted as being, you know, the thick girls are the ones that are coveted, the ones that are talked about or sought after. You know, they want all the girls to pretty much look exactly the same. And for me, I feel like Models, Bottles, and Follows is me kind of bringing back or paying homage again to the thin girls, because we haven't gone anywhere. Like, and all of us ain't interested in getting titties and ass, even though on my songs, I talk all the time about titties and ass, because of course I'm a woman. I'm infatuated with ass and titties. But at the same time, I'm okay with my little ass and little titties. And I want to I fucking love the fact that thick women are being celebrated as much as thin women used to be celebrated. But in the Black community, I've never felt like being thin was ever celebrated. So for me, it's like I've always been trying to celebrate myself, because in the Black community, being skinny was not celebrated, only in the white community, but I'm not white. So so I just feel like it's bringing back, like skinny black girls, we're celebrated too. We don't all have to be thick just because that's, a big part of our heritage, being thick. All of us still aren't, and we're still fucking amazing. I'm tall as fuck, I'm thin, I model, I pop bottles, and these bitches follow me. So that's that.
Okay, so okay, is there anybody in the industry right now you would love to work with?
I would, like I said, Meg Thee Stallion, just because we gonna see eye to eye, literally.
Right.
We gonna literally see eye to eye. So yeah, Meg Thee Stallion, and she hood as fuck. So I think that'd be hot as fuck. It's so crazy because I did a song called "Girls from the Hood" or "Girls in the Hood," and it's the exact same beat that she did a song. I don't even know the name of her song, but the beat is the back in the day beat from what's the guys, the group the Eazy-E was in, NWA, yes. So the song "The Boys in the Hood," that song. So that's the beat that the song is on.
Yeah. Okay.
Boys in the Hood are always hard. Come talking that trash, we'll pull your card. So I did a song called "Girls in the Hood" to that beat. Okay. She also has a song on that beat. So I was like, okay, see, she a hood bitch thinker. Like, we think the same. We on the same wave.
Okay, that's what's up. Tell me about a time you failed, but you overcame it.
A time I failed,
but overcame it. Yes.
I'm more than sure it's a million times I failed and overcame it, because I'm still here. Like, I had a baby when I was a teenager. I'm sure. Okay, having a baby as a teenager. I am certain everyone thought I failed. And I'm so glad you asked me this question, because I was just thinking about it. I started my period when I was 11 years old. Most girls do 11, 12, 10 years old. Mm-hmm. To me, when, again, I'm a very spiritual person, and being spiritual means I'm also a naturalist. I love natural things, doing things naturally. I'm very holistic. I like to do things naturally, and I like to study things of nature. And in nature, when an animal or mammal is, ready to start procreating, they start their cycle, their menstrual cycle. But the human culture has led us to believe somewhere along the lines that having a baby as a teenager is not the appropriate thing to do, even though our bodies tell us, yes, this is the time that you should do it. Okay. Everybody in my family felt like, even though everybody in my family also were having baby as teens, but when you're the new generation, you're supposed to do better than the older generation.
Exactly.
Like, that's a lot of pressure. I ain't do no better, but shit, y'all ain't show me no better. So exactly. Like, how the fuck you gonna expect?
We live in how we know how to live.
Exactly. So I'm doing the shit y'all was doing. Like, y'all showed me, but I should be doing it. That's what I'm doing. So what's the problem? So when I became pregnant, I became like really aware of being ashamed of it, because everybody expected me to do better than they did. Like, again, a lot of goddamn pressure. So obviously I did not do better than they did, but it took me a long time to realize there is no shame when you have a baby at that age. The only shame is that they've made it something that shouldn't be done, instead of being a strong family unit, where so once it does happen, everyone's prepared. Everyone knows what this is for. This is giving to the family. This is a good thing. This is a great thing. It is a great thing, even. You know what I mean? You're adding to the community. But the way we was raised, it was a bad thing. We was all in the hood. We was all poor. We was all living in projects. We could barely take care of ourselves. So bringing in another person was always like, oh shit, how the fuck we gonna feed that person? Right. So I felt like a loser for a very long time. And, I had to overcome that feeling and realize that no, what I did was basically the most winning shit ever. Like, I created a human being who's going to be their own person, who's going to create their own magic on this planet. and is, going to contribute to what life is supposed to contribute to, whatever it is. I created that. I helped that move that along and further that along, instead of being selfish and, waiting until I had a career established. I did it, and I felt like a failure, but obviously I wasn't a failure. I did something fucking great, even though I was told the opposite. So that is the greatest thing that I felt like I failed at and overcame.
That's what's up. That's what's up. What would you think your strengths are in the music game?
In the music game, I feel like, honestly, I feel like my strongest commodity as an artist is knowing who I am, and being strong and settled within that knowing. I know that I don't want to sound like everybody else. I know that I don't want to look like everybody else. I know that I don't want to make you feel like the last broad made you feel. Shit, that's why you eat different food, because you like the different feeling, you like the different taste. Mm-hmm. So, I like that. I'm very much strongly set in my ways.
For sure.
And who I am and who I want to continue to become and to evolve into. And I believe a lot of people, especially in the industry, they are so ready to flip flop and be whoever the check tells them to be, or whoever is signing the check tells them to be.
For sure, and I feel money is the root of all evil.
Money is not even the root, and I don't even believe that. Most evil. To be honest with you, I honestly believe it's the people that receive the money, because it's not the money. The money is just paper. It's just what it is. It's the people receiving it, and the mentality that it starts to strike in your mind, in your thought process, and in your spirit. It don't have to do that. People allow it to do that because they want it. They're so desperate for it. Okay. Money know me. Money love me. Money come to me. I don't have to be desperate for anything. I control everything that happens in my life, including how much money I'm gonna get. Yes. So nobody can tell me anything. Only I tell me what's what and what isn't. Only I do that. And you have to be a strong person. You have to know exactly who you are and exactly what you want in order to feel the way that I feel. And I feel like that's who I am. I know my power, and I'm not willing to give up my power to anybody for any reason, because it's mine, and it's the only thing of greatness that I possess. My power, of my understanding, of my knowledge of who I am.
Right.
So yeah, that's my greatest fucking commodity, and that ain't going nowhere.
So do you feel like you have a weakness?
Absolutely. Of course I have a weakness. Shit. Every time I go outside and feel like I walk past somebody that look a little bit better than me. And it's so funny, because I'm not a jealous person at all. But when you are no longer as young as they tell you, you should be, in order to, because this world is racist, sexist, ageist, fuckist. It's all kind of is,
Yeah, for real.
So it makes you feel I feel like it's always pitting us against ourselves, because when I'm in the house looking in the mirror, I feel great, glamorous, glorious, like the most beautiful thing on the planet. But as soon as I, turn on the TV or video and I see a female rapper who's like 10 years old, that's exaggerating, but I'm just saying, and they're making it seem like, oh yeah, this is the next up and coming thing. Your old ass, you got a baby. We don't want you no more. Sure. It makes you feel so inadequate and just like so judgmental towards yourself.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
And it's like, again, like I said, I'm only human. I don't care how fucking much of a queen I am, and I may feel like I know my power. I'm still a human in a human's body. So I can't help but to see certain things and just judge myself against it, because I feel like, I want to be where I want to be, and I don't want anyone to stop me. But then my human thoughts are just like, but now you got to be that in order to be where you want to be. And I start questioning, why do I have to be that? And I dig a hole for myself, and it's not even that serious. Like, stop paying attention to it. A lot of the times I can't even go on Instagram and TikTok, because it's so much of me judging myself against everybody on there that it starts to take away from my own knowledge of who I am and the greatness that I have.
For sure.
From constantly judging other people's greatness. It's like, that's her. Just be happy for her, which usually I always am happy for people. But as soon as, you go back to eat dinner, those thoughts come rumbling down and doing the thing that you least expect. And those thoughts come,
Yeah.
saying her butt was big, she don't got no stretch marks either. She don't got no kids. Like, the wildest shit just pops into your head,
Yeah, sure. So. Yeah. Well, so what I was gonna say, should we be looking forward to any new performances from you or music videos? What should we be looking forward to?
I feel like from Cri y Baby, you should look forward to pretty much everything, because for the simple fact that now that I am more aware of these things that I'm constantly going through, I'm noticing a trend of so many other people who are going through them but are afraid to talk about them. Right. And I'm noticing that people are responding when I talk about it. And I should have known this, because all my life, I've always been the one person willing to say what nobody else has been willing to say, just to find out everybody else feels that way. We're just all scared to say it. So I say that to say that I'm meeting so many people and I'm connecting with so many people on that level of just my truth and honesty and being who I am, no matter how hard it may seem at the moment. I'm connecting. And through those connections, great things are happening. Great friendships are being built. So all of the things, like I said, if I'm going to get a Grammy, I have to be able to work with the best people. I have to be able to be around the best and mingle with the best and know the best and be working with the best. So please expect the best from Cri y Baby, because that's what I do. I'm greatness, on 2 feet, and I'm going to continue to rise and be great and overcome whatever flaws and weaknesses or downfalls or whatever it is that I may be experiencing, because it's just, that's all in the life of a fucking human being, right?
Yes. Before we end this segment, do you mind giving us a little preview of what you can do, a little rap, some, listen?
So it's called Up to My Head. Up to my head and all red, up to my head and all red. Fuck what you scared, fuck what you said, fuck is you scared, shit. Up to my head and all red, fuck the police, fuck the brutality. Fuck are you mothers and fathers who doubted me. Fuck what you about to be prissy than made. I do not bow or kiss ass like a slave. I have the power. It's nothing I crave. And not with devour that message you gave. Spit on my mama, that BS and drama. And PS, I hate you for taking our commas up to my head. Carrying hatred, all I see is red. And I can't take it, can't shake it. I'm up to my head and I'm red and I'm fed up. We will be militant. We will not shut up. We will keep marching and tearing down doors. Fucking these systems and fucking these laws and fucking these bras and slutting them out. Your sons and your daughters is up in the house. I didn't even expect
I put you on the spot. That's what it was.
I didn't expect you at all. But listen, if you'd have put on a beat, I could have just freestyled. Okay. But if you want me to come up with something off the top of my head,
I'll be back.
That beat kind of sick. Ooh, yeah, that beat kind of sick. Yeah, Cri y Baby, real bitch. Yeah, came through in a whip, kill shit, mix it up, real fly bitch, Soulstress. Yeah, and I do in the cut. Niggas will give it up.
Okay. Y'all heard it first on Sap Entertainment Show. Oh my God. Is there a question I may have missed that you may want to share with us before we end?
No, just want to basically just let people know to just check out my new album, Models, Bottles, Follows.
Model, Bottles, Follows. Make sure y'all check that album out. It's dope.
It's just real, I just feel like it's real fun. I had so much fun making it with my my engineer, JK. She dope as fuck. She's from Tampa, Florida. Well, I don't know if she's from Tampa, but she's from Florida, somewhere by Tampa. But yeah, we had so much fun making it, and the vibe and the energy was just so high. I have one of the songs on there from this Hispanic guy that I just happened to meet on the fly. You know what I mean? And we bonded through music and did this song together. He's speaking in his language, I'm speaking English. So, you know, we did this song together, and I fucking love it. It's a real, you know, it's like a real mellow vibe. It's called I Apologize, but as usual, I'm talking shit. No matter what, I'm gonna be talking shit on everything. So that's just who I am.
My throat's so dry, girl. I'm sorry. The reason why I'm coughing when I left because my throat is dry from last night at the Netflix Is a Joke event.
Oh my God, you went to that?
Yeah, because my friend, she was one of the comedians on the stage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Comedy is also one of the things I'm getting into. I'm an actress as well. I'm an actress, songwriter, hip hop artist.
I didn't even get a chance to ask you besides music, what else?
Yeah. I'm an all-around entertainer. You know, I'm literally an all-around entertainer, but I'm working on some comedy. I don't necessarily know if I'm more of a stand-up comedian or just a funny, more of an actress comedian, but comedy is definitely something that people are going to see me splashing around in very soon.
Y'all will see her. So let them know where they can follow you at.
You can pretty much follow me on IG. You know, I'm just an IG girl. IG and TikTok under Cri y Baby official. If you listen to any of my music, pretty much I'm on all of the streaming sites. The Cri y Baby is spelled with $2, so it's CRI $2 Y Cri and Baby. So, you know, as long as you put in the $, you should find me. I'm, you know, kind of still going through a lot of things to make sure I'm up on all the platforms, because they say you are, but then sometimes you aren't. You gotta make sure.
Yeah.
So I'm in the process of doing that. But for the most part, Apple and Spotify, you can pretty much find me pretty easily on there. Just make sure you do the $signs with the S's.
Okay.
Cri y Baby official. Yep, that's pretty much on everything. And I'll have some YouTube videos coming soon. My little arm is getting better and better every day. So it's not stopping me from doing anything, because I refuse to let anything stop me or break me.
I hear that.
I've come too far.
Yes. Okay, so you guys heard it first. Thank y'all for tuning in to Sap Entertainment Show with me, the host, Sarah Soulstress, and your girl, Cri y Baby. And make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And also stick around, because I'm going to play one of her songs titled Girls in the Hood. Bye-bye for now.
Hood chicks, go song.
Yeah. Cri y Baby. Bitch. Reppin' for my hood, baby mothers. Lived out proud. Yeah. Itty bitty titties and a little ass. Yeah. If you want a bigger, well, that's too bad. Long slim legs, yeah, that's my bag. With a thick long mane, yeah, that's the grab. Never talk shit about a chick this bad. Do a dude real greasy if he think he swag. Ain't about that brag life, I just like the cash. Flipping daily, I got it in gymnastics class. I'm a model, throw that ass back like a broke Coke bottle. I'm that chick, my hoe full throttle. Go berserk like you hit that lotto. Pop that bottle, yeah, I got 'em. Came from the projects, it's no problem. If it is beef with me, come solve it. See these hands, ho, they about it. Bite a bitch ear off like Mike Tyson. Cause a hood chick goes so hard, yeah. Only fucking if you spinning on a broad, yeah. Only riding if you buy me the car, yeah. Got a bag, I see your ass the then. Cause a hood chick goes so hard. Only fuck with him if he spinning on a broad. Only getting in if he buy me the car. Nigga got a bag, I'ma see your ass tomorrow. Looking pretty sitting on that bag. Moving through your city in that deuce jag. Blowing hella smoke on my nose and ass. Niggas thinking that I'm stupid, so I rape they stash. Little cash having ass, nigga need to know. If your pockets ain't this deep, then no. You cannot ride these hips slow-mo. You cannot feel these lips below. Go Going at your man, oh yes, homo. Knew you was a fan cause you hating on the low. Real simple shit, play your role. It ain't personal, this is how the world go. I'm a major move, you a major asshole. I'm incredible, you are barely credible. I'm a roll an ounce, blow you on my life. Then open up a weed ranch just like Mike Tyson. Cause a hood chick goes so hard, yeah. Only fucking if you spinning on a broad, yeah. Only riding if you buy me the car, yeah. Got a bag, I see your ass tomorrow then. Cause a hood chick goes so hard, yeah. Only fucking if you spinning on a broad, yeah. Only riding if you buy me the car, yeah. Got a bag, I see your ass tomorrow then. Cause a hood chick goes so hard. Only fuck with him if you spinning on a broad. Only getting in if you buy me the car. Nigga got a bag, I'ma see your ass tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, babe. Better have that bag.